had to collect myself before I made this video. Mainly because I'm mad at everybody, to be honest. Like, now, this video is not aimed at specific YouTubers at all, just the ones who review the Digitalfoto Chameleon light. As you can see, I have another one back there. I bought 2 of these. Now, granted, these lights retail for about 295 bucks a pop, okay? But I got a crazy deal. A YouTuber was selling them, and I was like, yo, I'll grab them for you. Save me a couple of, save me some bread here, right? We're gonna talk about this light at its retail price for $300 a light, okay? There's no way in hell that I will recommend this light to anyone. And for all the YouTubers that recommended this light as a great buy, because you're lying. Straight like that. First things first. And also keep in mind, these are some reputable YouTubers, okay? Like, even if you go on the Digitalfoto Amazon link for this and see like the actual, I'm not even gonna put the link up there because I don't even want to try to click on this. But if you actually go like look at the light, you actually see some of these people talking about how great this light is, how they have no problems, how they have all these effects, and they don't mention anything about the things I'm about to mention to you right now, okay? This goes to show you that a lot of these people who be getting this stuff is they're not reviewing it. So now, first things first. For these lights, it costs $300, and for you to then sell them to the people in the US and not to give us a US plug is quite unacceptable, okay? And on top of that, the plug that you do give us, which is for a foreign country, the adapter you give with it, like this is the adapter that comes with it, okay? Hopefully it'll focus there. It did. This is the adapter that comes with it, okay? Look how flimsy this is. I'm just wiggling this joint out. You want me to trust the connection of my $300 light to a $2 socket? Is that what you're telling me? Okay. So that's the first red flag for me. That's the first issue for me. You couldn't even give me a US plug to go with my light that you're selling in the US. Okay. So then I end up just buying 2 other cables to correct that, right? I end up buying 2 US plug cables because they come with these standard, you've seen these before, like on speakers and TVs. You could just buy these anywhere. They're easy to come by, but that's how petty that is. So instead of you just upping the price of like $5 and give me a US plug, you decided to go even cheaper and do this. Okay. That's my first issue with Digitalfoto. Let's go down the list. Second issue. Let's go ahead and turn this on. So at full brightness, hopefully and I'm hoping it shows up on camera. So like right now, we're just gonna take it, right now it says 5,500 Kelvin. But what I've noticed is, like a hint of magenta starts to come in when you turn them up like full brightness. I'm hoping it shows up because I'm not crazy. It happened. Let's see if we can replicate it now. So right now we have 1%. We're gonna go to 100%. By the way, this is actually hard to do because these cables here. There's another issue. Keeps hitting the knob. So that's gonna be part of the video. This is why it's taking me so long. Just FYI. Are you seeing the shift in color? Please tell me you saw that. It went from it's almost like right when you get like around 70%, you see the shift. And I'm looking at it on the wall. I'm looking at the magenta being introduced. I wish it came up better on camera. I'm so sorry, y'all. Just take my word for this, okay? There's a magenta shift that's introduced when you get to a certain brightness level on this light here. And it's usually coming around 60, 70%. But when you turn it back down, it goes back to what it's supposed to be. Unacceptable. Okay? Unacceptable. Nobody mentions this in their review. Moving on to the next thing. Number 1, this is something that, now some people, they did mention this in the review, but again, you turn the light off, wait to see how long it takes for the light to turn back on. So I'm gonna hit the button. Okay, moving on. The light is like if you go on their website, you see Tommy Callaway's picture on there, which Tommy Callaway does not even have a review for this light. Interesting on that note. But anyway, you see a picture of Tommy Callaway's face on there or whatever, and then they always talk about the app control of it. So you and it says for Android or Apple. Now I don't have an Apple device. I got a Mac, but I don't have an iPhone. I'm trying to go down the app for Android, and it says it has a virus. The app that you are trying to get me to download doesn't even work, and then when I get redirected to your website, it is a virus on the app when Google does a scan on that. Are you... Okay. I took a lot of notes because I didn't want to miss anything. But again, unacceptable. And on top of that, since it does not have app control, right? You cannot control these lights with an app, okay? It says it. You cannot control the Digital Chameleon lights with an app. It does not work. And then on top of that, they sell a remote that's an additional $40. So then you tell me that I can use the app for it. It's like, all right, well, you can't use the app. And then y'all don't even try to fix it because these lights have been sold for over a year now. And then you try to sell me a remote that's $40 extra for the $295 that you're already selling it to me for, that doesn't even come with a US cable. Okay, right. But again, nobody mentions this. Now, going back to the design issues that I have with this. Now, if we look here, right, you saw me having a hard time because the way this cable is put in. Now, I didn't do this on the other, I fixed it on the other end, but at the end I left it here on purpose because what happened is if you're trying to make an adjustment on this knob, what happens is sometimes the cable would be too close to the other knob here, and sometimes it'll make the adjustments. Or if you got it in, let's say how I had it originally, you were hanging it up. This is the proper way you want to use it, but again, don't buy these lights. But sometimes even still with this, you would still have a hard time turning the knobs. And on top of that, the knobs stick out more than the actual base, if you will, the foundation, like the base of it. The knob protrudes out further than this. So if you sit it down, like I was doing in my last video, I had to re-record, I was so pissed off. But it changes the value of the knob. So if you sit it down like this, it's going to change it. So you have to always keep a conscious mind to sit it down on the other end. Again, bro, I spent $300 per tube on this. Why is that something I have to worry about? Because you don't know how to use quality control. Again, unacceptable. Now, my biggest gripe with this light, besides the fact that I really bought this to use with the app and I can't use the app with it, my biggest gripe with the light is the fact that it is not what they say as far as charging times and usability, okay? Here's what I mean. I actually recorded this on my phone, like not the actual process, but just the time. I did like the little stopwatch, okay? At 50%, now imagine they said you get anywhere between 1.5 to 4 hours. You get like 1.5 hours at full brightness and the rest like 4 hours, right? So at 50%, I got 2 hours, right? But at full brightness, I got 11 minutes before it shut off. I turned it back on. So I'm sorry, let me back up. Once it shut off at the 11 minutes, I turned and said, like, it made it sound like the battery's completely dead, because there's an issue with the battery indicator. I turned it back on, then it said it was fully charged again. So I was like, okay, let me set it at 50%. At 50%, it died within 20 minutes. So which one is it? So as of right now, I don't know how long these lights last, and if I'm on set, it's just I gotta pray to the light god and hope that it just lasts as long as it says it's gonna last. Okay, moving to the battery indicator. This is, oh my, okay, let's go ahead and just turn these back on. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the brightness down so I don't kill myself or blind myself rather. Now, if you look here, okay, you would see it, and it, like, from the looks of it, you would say, yo, that's a pretty big battery. So you probably thinking, I'm missing some notches or something like that. Because even in the review, their battery indicator look just like this too. So, but it's not accurate. So like, you don't know if you're like at 25%, 30%, like you don't know where you at. All you know is if it's fully charged, it looks like this, and if you turn it on, you'll lose a bar, and you lose another one, then it shuts off. But this is not, it doesn't really tell you where your battery actually is, and you can't trust it. That's a huge flaw. And on top of that, if you're charging it, I hate the fact that the charger indicator, like if I was to have this plugged in, there's not even like a symbol to let me know that it's plugged in or anything like that. I just gotta well, obviously if I see it plugged in, fine, but it doesn't let me know if it's charging or anything like that. So this indicator is pointless and it cannot be used or trusted. Next, I don't know if you all gonna be able to hear this, but let's go ahead and I hear it moving inside, right? Now, I'm not giving it like a hood. This is a little shiggity shake. So sometimes what happened if I was holding it like this, like I just feel it like slide down, or like now I'll hear it like move in the side of the housing. Now somebody else said this in their review, and I was like, okay, maybe he has had like a bad one. No, mine's is bad too. In here the housing moves. Now I want to say this right before I just kind of continue shit on this light. This light gets extremely bright, as you can see. It has a full RGB color spectrum, and I use digital photo lights. Like, y'all seen me use these lights in my videos before, right? They're very dope. But this was a terrible put together light, and it was just more like a cash grab. Also, they said that it comes with a TV effect. If you look at their Amazon, I might have to put the Amazon link in there just so I can see the shit that's in there. Like, there's all lies. If you look at it, it'll say it have a TV effect in this. If you watch TV, it has the effect if you do the TV. Wrong. There's no effect in here for the TV at all. Okay, so that's a lie. So if you buy that, that's like specifically for that, don't do it. Now, I want to tell you the reason, another reason why I bought this. Like, I bought this light because to me, it low-key had the best diffusion. Like, I'm not getting the Godox lights because I hate the fact that you could see the individual RGB like light strips in there. I think that is so tacky and it's so cheap. And I love Godox products. I was like, yo, I could have Godox this, Godox. Like, no, I'm not buying those. So I end up settling on the Nanlite Pablo tubes. When those come in, I'll review those comparison to the first original RGB tubes that I had. But I really just wanted to kind of put this video out here to let y'all know, man, one, don't trust these YouTubers because they're not reviewing a product sturdy like this. Because the things that I'm pointing out, I was able to figure this out within like 30 minutes to an hour of me using the light to know there was something wrong with this product, okay? So it wasn't like I had to use this product on 3 to 4 jobs. Like, no, this actually just comes from you actually just turning on the product and trying some shit out. Versus you sitting here to innocent people like me showing us a product like, yo, this is what you want to grab, and then you sit there and go grab it, and it's like, yo, this is nothing like you described at all. Like, some of them didn't even bother to even use the app with this light. And what they just straight say, I didn't get it to work, but you know, whatever. Like, are you serious? If somebody's buying this light specifically to use the app and then the app doesn't work or has a virus attached to it, that's something I need to know. Now, granted, these lights came out last year, but that's not the point. The point is, fam, these are $300 a pop. They should work for whenever. So whatever the issue with the battery indicator and all that should be fixed, okay? I should not have to guess or wonder how long my battery's gonna last on a $300 light. That is unacceptable. And for the simple fact that you have a QR code back here that doesn't even work, are you serious? Are you serious? So, I would say they come with these clamps and all that. They get super bright. I mean, like, I'm not gonna stunt on that, yo. Like, for real, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the brightness up. See if y'all can see the shifting colors again. For real, like, they get mad bright, yo. Like, if I was to hold this up, as you can see, it's illuminating like the rest of my spot. You feel what I'm saying? Be like the rest of my living room, right? But we got that one light in the corner, and that's only at 50%, and it's illuminating everything behind me. So, like, don't get me wrong, right? Like, they're bright, but there are way too many issues and flaws with this light that are just, you cannot overlook. And what ticks me off is because there's not another light for real that kind of offers the functionality of having an app or being able to control it with your phone or remote. Hell, even a Pablo tube, you can't even see the battery without going into the settings. Like, right now, to me, for real, unless you get like a Xterra, an Xterra light, which I'm not gonna lie to y'all, thought about it. I'm like, yo, I just rather go ahead and pay the $450 and just go ahead and knock it out. But that's $450 per light. I can't do that, nigga. You know what I'm saying? We ain't there yet. But this is like, this one had checked all the boxes as far as like a lot of things is concerned, but nah, B. It checked, the boxes that it checked is so overshadowed by the bullshit of this light, man. There's no way in hell I recommend this light. And any YouTuber that you come across that recommend this light, call them out on their shit, B. Sit on this video and let them know, like, you lying, fam. Like, for real, you lying, B. I'm out, man. I ain't got nothing else to say. Just wanted to warn y'all. If y'all want to come here for real product reviews, oh man, stick to my channel, because at this point, I don't even think I want people to send me products, because I'm gonna go hard on them. Like, if y'all want us to spend our money on stuff, stop sending it to YouTubers who just gonna sit there and just sugarcoat it and not tell us the truth about the products that we're buying. Very pissed off with this purchase. Deuces, man.